Hey good people, welcome to the channel. I'm Musically Malnourished and you're on my journey to go deep and wide in discovering new music and artists. Today we are taking a look at the 2008 album from Kanye West called 808s Heartbreak. We've been through the college dropout, late registration, graduation, and now what I've come to understand, haven't experienced yet, a bit of a shift in where Kanye was going to begin heading. And I'm actually going to read something here in just a minute to give context around what was happening at the time of this album that not only influenced Kanye personally, but also his sound. We're going to listen to each song, make a few comments along the way. I'll be keeping some notes in my handy dandy notebook. That way we can kind of discuss things that stand out after each song. We'll get some industry insights. The timestamps for each song will be in the description. So if you want to skip to certain songs, you're welcome to do that, or just press play and let it ride. We will have extras over on Patreon to go with our already growing library of Kanye content, but we have hundreds of hours of additional content from dozens of artists over on Patreon, and it is the best way you can support this channel. So thank you for checking that out. But let's hop over and give this a read. It says around the release of 808s Heartbreak in late 2008, Kanye West was going through one of the most emotionally turbulent periods of his life. The album is deeply tied to grief, isolation, heartbreak, fame, and identity shifts, which is a huge reason it sounds so different from his earlier work like The College Dropout or Graduation. Here are the major things happening around that time. The biggest event was the death of his mother, Donda West, in November 2007 after complications related to cosmetic surgery. Kanye was extremely close to her. She wasn't just family, she was his emotional anchor, manager, supporter, and public defender from the beginning of his career. Her death devastated him and changed the tone of his music permanently. A lot of people hear 808s as Kanye processing grief in real time. Emotional numbness, guilt, loneliness, detachment, fear of connection, emotional shutdown. Songs like Welcome to Heartbreak, Coldest Winter, Streetlights, Say You Will, all feel heavily connected to loss and emotional emptiness. Around the same period, Kanye's engagement to Alexis Pfeiffer ended. So at the same time he lost his mother, he also lost a long-term romantic relationship. That double loss is a huge part of why the album feels emotionally cold and isolated. A lot of the album explores failed communication, emotional distance, insecurity, abandonment, inability to connect. By 2008, Kanye had already become one of the biggest artists in the world after Graduation beat Curtis in the famous sales battle. Obviously, that's 50 Cent. But instead of celebrating success, 808 sounds like someone realizing fame didn't fix anything. A tale as old as time. Welcome to Heartbreak is almost entirely about that realization. He achieved success, but lost meaningful relationships and stability along the way. Another major thing happening, Kanye intentionally moved away from backpack rap and traditional hip-hop expectations. Instead of making another triumphant rap album, he sang through autotune, used minimalist production, leaned heavily into melody and mood, embraced vulnerability over bravado. The influence of the Roland TR-808 is all over the album. Sparse drums, cold percussion, empty space. At the time, this confused a lot of people because Kanye wasn't really rapping. The album sounded emotionally exposed, felt more like synth pop, new wave, electronic music mixed with hip hop. But it ended up massively influencing artists like Drake, Kid Cudi, who we just listened to Kid Cudi, Man on the Moon, on the channel. So you can find that as well. The Weeknd, we've been going through The Weeknd as well. We just finished the first trilogy. Juice WRLD, Travis Scott. Kid Cudi had just entered Kanye's orbit around this time, and his emotional writing style heavily shaped the album. Cudi co-wrote several tracks and helped normalize the moody, humming, emotionally vulnerable atmosphere that became central to 808s. A lot of the album was created quickly in Hawaii after Kanye isolated himself emotionally and creatively. Unlike the lush maximalism of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy later on, 808s feels emotionally empty and frozen. That starkness mirrors where Kanye seemed mentally, grieving, disconnected, emotionally exhausted, searching for meaning. 808s Heartbreak became the bridge between the old Kanye soul sampling era and the darker, more emotionally fractured Kanye that followed. You can almost trace a straight emotional line from 808s Heartbreak to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, which don't worry, I'm going to wear a suit, to Yeezus. Because 808s is where grief and emotional instability became central to his art instead of hidden underneath confidence and humor. So thanks for bearing with me as we read through that. But, on this channel, you've probably noticed by now, and I know it doesn't resonate with everybody, but the exploration, the context, the learning, I think that's the thing I am most interested in. I like to learn. I like to grow. Part of the reason going back and listening to artists like Kanye, because there are some people that are like, I can't believe you're doing that. And a big part of it, I just want to know, what was going on, what was so influential, and trace his story and hear things for myself and all of that. And so I know there are many of you that also kind of respect and, really enjoy the exploration process. That's part of why timestamps exist as well, because if that's not your thing, then just hop to the next song. But I'm not here for you to stare at me listening to songs. We're here to learn and grow and experience and share and all of that. So that being said, let's begin to share 808s and Heartbreak together. This is track number 1, Say You Will.
Why would she make calls out the blue? Now I'm awake, sleepless soon. Hey, don't say you will.
I mean, I could hear a little graduation in there.
Yes, you will. Hey, don't say you will. Then play you will. I pray you will. Mrs. Soulfly crash lands in my room. Can't waste no time. She might leave soon.
That part.
Hey, don't say you will. Do-do. Hey, don't say you will. One day you will. I pray you will. When I grab your neck, I touch your soul.
This cover art's neat too. It looks like a balloon.
Take off your coat, then lose control.
It's got like a real balloon in these cartoon hands.
Don't say you will. You will. You will. Hey, don't say you will. If you will, I pray you will. I wish this song would really come true. I admit I still fantasize about you. About you. Hey, don't say you will.
I don't know if I'm right or not, but that part that I keep saying sounds like graduation.
You will.
It sounds like, hey mama.
Please say you will. For real.
I get the track list a little confused, so I don't even know if Hey Mama is on graduation. The 3 albums are like a blur for me. I know it's not on College Dropout. So on Late Registration. Wonder if there'll be any switch within this beat or if it's just gonna ride out. Which I found really interesting, you know, because he came out of the gate really fast on the vocals, which I would almost feel like maybe you'd give 30 seconds or so to kind of build up this beat. But man, he's really just kind of letting you sit in it. It's almost like if he were recording the vocals himself and obviously pouring out this loss, this frustration, this longing, and then he's just like letting it go for as long as he kind of needed to just sit in it for a second and think through it. All right, we are getting a little change. But almost like we're experiencing what he needed, if that makes sense. So interesting using the beeps as essentially the snare. A little hi-hat lift. Yeah, it's very much what I feel like he's partially just preparing you for what's coming. The other side, like I said, I just can imagine him at the mic, you know, just singing what he's singing and everything, and then just like letting the beat go and him just resting in it. Ooh. All right, let's go take a look. I mean, I'm interested to see where it goes. Like, I rocked with that. I think if everything on the album is like that, then you just have to take it as this is something different in somebody's library of music. For example, with 21 Pilots, their huge kind of commercial album is Blurry Face. Because they come out with, you know, these two songs that everybody latches onto, which their discography is incredible. Sorry. One of my favorite bands. And so the Blurry Face, big commercial success. Then they come out with Trench, freaking crushes it. And then after that, during COVID, they come out with an album called Scaled and Icy. And it was very different. The sound was very different. Scaled Back and Isolated is part of Scaled and Icy. And it was a very experimental album. I love the album, but it is a very different thing in their discography, because then they come back with Clancy. Opening song is called Overcompensate because of the kind of backlash from the previous album. He's like, okay, well, if I was over here, I'm going to go over here. And I can sometimes overcompensate. Anyways, taking that into an artist's entire body of work, I'm fine with people being experimental. I understand the feeling, especially if it's in real time. And obviously, right, college dropout, late registration, graduation. You're like, holy crap, can he keep going? And then drops 808s and Heartbreak, and it's totally different than anyone expected. So in real time, when you're waiting for the releases and hoping that it's going to be this certain thing that you've become accustomed to, and then it's this thing, I can get a little bit of disappointment. But I think all in all, taking it into the whole body of work, I'm fine with people experimenting, going in different directions. And so we'll see what all he does here, but I enjoyed that opening. All right, the first track off Kanye West's album, sung primarily in auto-tune and seen as a departure from old school Ye, Kanye has explained in concert that this song is about an ex-girlfriend you call on Friday nights just to have sex, and she says she'll come over, but you wait all night, she still doesn't come knocking on your door. You're blue-balled. The song is highly criticized because of the prominent use of the auto-tune effect, but it's not that heavy. This song and album was groundbreaking for Kanye as an artist, as he demonstrated something totally different to what he usually did. People became worried that Kanye pandered to the mainstream music audience in producing and writing this album. Really? I would have thought that if he did something more in line with what he had been doing, that would be pandering versus doing something totally different. Okay. On October, Kanye released a version with Caroline Shaw using her unique vocal sound instead of the synthesizer used in the original track.
Why would she make calls out the blue? Now I'm awake, sleeping soon.
Yo, this is wild.
Hey, don't say you will, unless you will. Hey, don't say you will, then play you will. I pray you will.
Oh, that's so loud. Sorry.
When I grab your
Yo. Sorry again, that was so loud. Could you imagine if we got that out of the gate? I mean, I like the song, but that was so cool. And I'm not even fronting on that. I'm not even exaggerating. Legitimately, I think that is one of the coolest things that I have heard. All right. Let's see what Kanye and Kid Cudi get up to with track number 2, Welcome to Heartbreak. Yeah, I mean, really setting the tone, right? Guys, I'm telling you, I'm gonna love this album. I mean, it could go off the rails, but
my friends show me pictures of his kids, and all I could show him was pictures of my crib.
wow.
He said his daughter got a brand new report card, and all I got was a brand new sports
Pretty basic lines, but they hit hard. Oh man.
Look back on my life and my life gone. Where did I go wrong?
Be interesting because it's kind of like they're singing behind this veil, you know? It's very distant. Be interesting to see if they bring it up.
But I couldn't figure out who I want to take. Bad enough that I showed up late. I had to leave before they even cut the cake. Welcome to heartbreak.
Wow.
Can't stop having these visions. I gotta get with it. And my head keeps spinning. I can't stop having these visions. I gotta get with it. I gotta get with it.
Those 808s at the end are awesome. Boom, 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 boom. And then you got like the battle drums. Boom-dum-dum. Listen, I don't want to keep like beating this dead horse, but this stands, as does every album, as kind of a chapter in life, especially with Kanye, you know, as honest as he is, as open as he is, as vulnerable as he is, for better or for worse. This stands as a chapter in his life. And it's reflective of that. A lot of times, you know, when listening, I'm like either very heavily listening on the lyrical side because something's grabbed me, or I'm very heavy on the production side. Sometimes I'm like right in the middle. On this, obviously I was catching the production side, but I kept feeling myself really drawn to the lyrical side and the meaning of what he was conveying within this, especially as simple as this line is, the idea of going, what he said, my god sister, I think he said, her wedding, and then didn't know who I was going to take. That says so many things in very few words, right? Because when you're in a relationship with somebody, you know exactly who you're going to take. You know the first person you're going to call, text, invite, whatever, like no question, especially like if you're married or in a long-term relationship, uh, you wouldn't want to go with anyone else. But to be in the place of feeling like, I don't know who I'm going to take. Like, who wants to go with me? Who do I even want to spend my time with? You know? That's just, that paints a very, welcome to heartbreak, right? Oh man, I bet there's so many people that could relate with what was going on in this album. Okay, let's go take a look here. In Welcome to Heartbreak, Kanye describes how despite all the money and fame he's accumulated through his career, or rather because of them, he finds himself trapped and removed from what he perceives as the right way to live one's life, the good life. He is alienated from his friends and family who are starting families and getting married because he's too busy with work. Has to make up for the lack of important people in his life by buying things. Well, it's not even just necessarily, yeah, it's part of it, too busy with work, because that realm of his life, you know, could have been a stress on the relationship, but it's not even that, right? He's mostly saying, like, I've achieved a lot of success in all of these very outward areas, but the things that are most meaningful, I've found myself unsuccessful. And this question of, like, what's the point, right? It's to accumulate a lot of wealth and have no one to share it with, to have a lot of things, but I'm not saying this necessarily of Kanye, I'm just saying in general, to have a lot of things but little character, to have a lot of people around you but not sure who you can trust. It is very much the, what is it for a man to gain the whole world yet lose his soul? In the book Chicken Soup for the Soul, the story behind the song, Kanye explained that this song was inspired by a conversation with Dave Cerulnik, producer from MTV who had a small photo album of him and his wife and children. It struck me that I really want to be married and have a family, but it hasn't worked out for me. Felt like I was in high school and jealous of what another guy had. I knew that was what I really wanted. Wow. Well, and then you also have to parse out the people that, like, I saw a quote the other day that said, all men want a family, but not every man wants to be a father. And that's big. Because all men wanting a family, and obviously take that with a grain of salt, there are people out there who say they don't, but that even in and of itself can be a selfish motive. And to be a father is, as well as a mother, is the most unselfish thing you could do. It requires all of you. Sorry for that strange noise that erupted from my cheeks. These cheeks. You know what I mean? We ain't making no 808s in here, if you know what I mean. Because, you know, you have to give all of yourself, and it is a reward. It brings so much joy, and, you know, to end your life not surrounded by things, but surrounded by people that love you and honor you, and to have created a legacy. That's ultimate riches in my life. But yeah, so even that idea is like, you also as a man have to parse that out, right? You can't just be like, oh, I want a family because then I'll have people around me and I'll never be lonely again. And all, like, there are truths to that, but be careful with that, because if that's the reason you're approaching it, like, you might be setting yourself up for some heartache, even heavier heartache, versus building a lasting relationship, a strong foundation together, and then building a family together and just pouring yourself out and all of that, you know. Anyways, all right, we've beaten that point to death. The digital booklet for it. Did we get a music video for that one as well? Most underrated Kanye song. Hook must be my favorite hook of all time. Yeah, apparently I got a favorite hook. Song so beautiful, it spoke of his loneliness. Now you can show to your friend pictures of your kids too. Yay. Look back on my life and my life gone. Where did I go wrong? What is this? This is what somebody put in the comments. The Turkish phrase "Yıllar sonra hala ağzımıza sisyan babag" is a very slangy, crude expression. Natural English translation would be, even after all these years, you're still blowing our minds, man. More literally and much more vulgar, it's closer to, even after all these years, you're still... What? But in context, Turkish speakers often use this exaggerated vulgar slang to mean someone is still dominating, amazing, or outperforming everyone. I don't know if I'll be adopting that saying. Yo, you just crapped in my mouth, bro. So good. Oh, man. Okay. Let's move on to track number 3, titled Heartless.
In the night, I hear him talk, the coldest story ever told. Somewhere far along this road, he lost his soul to a woman so heartless.
Is this where this comes from? Or is this a cover or like borrowed lyrics?
How could you be so heartless?
How could you be so cold as the winter wind when it breeze, yo? Just remember that you talking to me, though. You need to watch the way you talking to me, yo. I mean, after all the things that we've been through. I mean, after all the things we got into. Hey, yo, I know some things that you ain't told me. Hey, yo, I did some things, but that's the old me. And now you wanna get me back and you gon' show me. So you walk around like you don't know me. You got a new friend, well, I got homies. But in the end, it's still so lonely.
In the night, I hear him talk, the coldest story ever told. Somewhere far along this road, he lost his soul to a woman so heartless.
I've heard this, but this is sung by somebody else.
Could you be so
I don't know, we'll find out after the song.
How could you be so heartless?
How could you be so Dr. Evil? You're bringing out a side of me that I don't know. I decided we weren't gonna speak, so why we up 3 a.m. on the phone? Why do she be so mad at me for? Homie, I don't know, she's hot and cold. I won't stop, won't mess my groove up, cause I already know how this thing go. You're gonna tell your friends that you're leaving me. They say that they don't see what you see in me. You wait a couple months, then you gon' see. You'll never find nobody better than me.
In the night, I hear him talk, the coldest story ever told. Somewhere far along this road, he lost his soul to a woman so heartless. How could you be so heartless? Oh, how could you be so heartless? Talking, 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 talk. Baby, let's just knock it off. They don't know what we've been through. They don't know about me and
Turning it up, dude.
got something new to see. And you just gon' keep hating me. And we just gon' be enemies. I know you can't believe I could just leave it wrong. And you can't make it right. I'm gon' take off tonight into the night. I hear him talk, the coldest story ever told. Somewhere far along this road, he lost his soul to a woman.
I love the little...
How could you be so heartless? Oh, how could you be so heartless?
Okay, I cannot wait to find out if that's his song or sampled, because I've heard that, like, how could you be so heartless? Heartless was released as a promotional single 20 days before the official release of 808s and Heartbreak, peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 while topping both the rhythmic and hot rap songs chart. Okay, it's Kanye's third best-selling single. The single's minimalistic artwork is the only art from the 808s era that doesn't feature a heart motif. It's literally heartless. Wow, that's cool. Says, pop is such a clear lane and stuff for people to do, like BS music, and it still works. So what happens if you take a person that's like super credible from the hip hop world, saying, okay, I conquered this world and I come into a lane where there's a bunch of BS being made, be like, okay, such and such, you have to compete with this. I have like 72 bars of real life lyrics that's from my life that I wrote. Now compete with this. The genre for this sound is pop art. No ID said Heartless was actually for Blueprint 3. I remember when we got to that record, Kanye heard it and said, nope, I'm keeping this one for myself. I was like, come on, man, you're not even working on an album. He said, now I am. Laughs. Jay was sitting there waiting on beats for the album, and here we go embarking on a whole other album when you've got to do a tour and everything. That's why Timbaland did so many things on Blueprint 3, because we kept a lot of those beats for 808s. But I knew Heartless was going to be a big record. It was actually between this and Love Lockdown for what he was going to play on the VMAs. Those were the only 2 songs he had done at the time. That's when he premiered the whole 808s look. That's probably the biggest song of my career, any song I've been a part of. Jay wasn't mad that Ye got it, because that's par for the course. You know, he's just kind of looked at me like, yo, where are some more of them beats? So, I mean, it's the whole thing, like, fully originates. All right, looks like we got a music video for it. That'll be on Patreon. Finna dedicate this to my third grade teacher for rejecting my 8-year-old self. Dude, there's something about third grade. I think it's just an awakening inside the male heart. Because I had a crush on my third grade teacher too, Miss Duskin. Listen to this 30 hours back to back. Yeah, no, this song absolutely crushed. I feel like I've heard a version of it before, but I'm blown away if that's completely his. Is Heartless from Kanye a cover? No, Kanye West's Heartless is not a cover. It's an original song written by Kanye, No ID, Kid Cudi, Malik Youssef. Isn't who's Malik Youssef? I've heard that name. Doesn't go by like a stage name or anything? No, I guess I've just seen him on other stuff. Okay, wow, that's crazy to know. Because obviously, like I said, I've heard that that chorus before. Yeah, everything about that song was absolutely incredible. Loved it. Honestly, one of my favorite things he's done, period. All right. Let's move in to track number 4. This is amazing.
It's amazing, I'm the reason everybody fired up this evening. I'm exhausted, barely breathing, holding on to what I believe in. No matter what, you'll never take that from me. My reign is as far as your eyes can see. It's amazing, so amazing, so amazing, so amazing. It's amazing, so amazing, so amazing, so amazing. It's amazing. I'm a monster, I'm a killer. I know I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm a problem that'll never ever be solved. And no matter what, you'll never take that from me. My reign It's amazing, so amazing, so amazing, so amazing. It's amazing, so amazing, so amazing, so amazing. It's amazing. I'm a monster, I'm a maven. I know this world is changing. Never gave in, never gave up. I'm the only thing I'm afraid of. No matter what, you'll never take that from me. My reign is as far as your eyes can see. It's amazing, so amazing, so amazing, so amazing. 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 It's amazing.
I'm amazing. Yeah, I'm all that. If I ain't on my
Like a carnival.
what you call that? Victorious. Yeah, we warriors. We make history. Strive all victory. Standing at my podium. I'm trying to watch my sodium. Die high blood pressure. Either let the feds get you. I'm amazing. Born on a full moon. I was bred to get it in. No spoon. That's why I'm so goon. Summertime, no Junes. Big family, small house, no room. They like, oh God, why he go so hard? Look what he's been through. He deserves an applause.
So amazing, so amazing.
His voice kind of hurts my throat.
It's amazing, so amazing, so amazing, so amazing. It's amazing, so amazing, so amazing, so amazing. It's amazing, so amazing, so amazing, so amazing. It's amazing.
You know what I loved was what they did coming into his verse. And I kind of wish for his whole verse they had kept everything at this kind of like weird, slowed down carnival sound, because that's what it was giving off. And it was kind of creepy, but really cool at the same time. But then they kind of sped into the beat as it was. But just listen to this coming in.
So amazing, so amazing, so amazing. It's amazing.
I'm amazing. Yeah, I'm all that. If I ain't on my
See if they just kept that. Oh gosh, like how.
I'm amazing. Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum.
I'm all that. If I ain't on my grind, then
But then it picks back up and kind of ramps in. I don't know. Maybe it would have got old. I don't know. It sounds like it would have been really cool and creepy because the verse is fairly short, you know? All right, let's talk about it. Okay. Amazing. Pretty straightforward. Says Kanye marvels at his career, how it's so amazing, amazing, so amazing, so amazing, so amazing. The song was the subject of a bit in one of stand-up comedian Aziz Ansari's specials. Really? Oh, what is it? My little... This is in roll... Well, I mean, obviously, this is a fake cover. What happens when one of hip-hop's greatest and some silly little Indian kid from Georgia go head-to-head in an email IM battle? My little cousin Darwish, brother of Harris... we'll read this. whom some of you may know from my stand-up, is quickly catching up to Harris in terms of ridiculousness. Last week, he finally discovered Kanye West's music and went nuts. He started firing off a ton of IMs. Dar, Aziz, Kanye West is ridiculous. Have you ever heard him? Heard amazing? It really is amazing. Aziz, yeah, he's great, right? Dar, when he goes around bragging, now I know why. Wow, just wow. 10 minutes later, Dar, Aziz, I think this is like the 10th time I've listened to Amazing in a row. I was just like browsing and I found it. And boom, my head was just auto-bobbing. Aziz, go download Flashing Lights. That's probably my favorite Kanye song. Who's someone else good? You ever listen to any Wu-Tang? No, but I heard of him. He raps a lot about karate, right? Kanye knows of Harris and Darwish through my stand-up, so I emailed him Darwish's IMs. Kanye responded, wow, new fans. Yes, more people that don't hate me. But 10 minutes late, I received this from Darwish. Aziz, Flashing Lights, a straight rip-off from a Neo song. Aziz, what? Kanye stole it? Dar, yeah. Oh my God, listen to Miss Independent by Neo. What's Kanye's email? What, you want to email him? I don't know, it's pretty messed up. I'll email him for you. I emailed Kanye. Uh-oh, you may have spoken too soon. I told him to get Flashing Lights, now he's upset. He's accusing you of jacking beats. Do you care to respond? Kanye responded, no, that song came out afterwards. I forwarded the response to Darwish. Aziz, I think you owe Mr. West an apology. Dar, I'll tell him his song was better anyways and ask if he likes Akon. Official goal for 2009. Get Darwish, Harris, and Kanye in the same room together. That would be the photo to top all photos. That's funny. I wonder if there's actually like... So Aziz Ansari... of a bit in one of stand-up specials. I wonder if that clip is out there. Let's see. Aziz Ansari, Kanye bit. Does appear so. We'll have to see. Got a few things he's mentioned him. Oh my gosh, they did Aziz as Kash Patel. Perfect. All right. We'll have to get that on Patreon with everything else. Okay. Let's see. Let's move on. It looks like there's a music video for that one as well. Jeez. Let's move into, what are we in? Track 5. Love Lockdown. Yeah, there they are.
I'm not loving you way I wanted to, what I had to do, had to run from you. I'm in love with you, but the vibe is wrong, and it haunted me all the way home. So you never know, never know, never know enough till it's over, love, till we lose control. System over.
That's cool. They did a little overdrive on his voice.
I'm not loving you way I wanted to. See, I wanna move, but can't escape from you. So I keep it low, keep a secret code, so everybody else don't have to know. So keep your love locked down, your love locked down, keeping your love locked down.
This isn't an original too, is it? Because I've heard this.
I'm not loving you way I wanted to. I can't keep my cool, so I keep it true. I got something to lose, so I gotta move. I can't keep myself and still keep you too.
So I keep in mind when I'm on my
I was just thinking, like, dude, I need a killer beat somewhere. We gotta get a little.
many times did I
And he brought it in.
finally got through? You lose.
Let's go full tilt with it.
I'm not loving you way I wanted to. See, I had to go. See, I had to move. No more wasting time. You can't wait for life. We're just racing time. Where's the finish line? So keep your love locked down. Your love locked down. Keeping your love locked down. Your love locked down. Now keep your love locked down. Your love locked down. Now keep your love locked down. You lose. I'm not loving you way I wanted to. I bet no one knew.
I love a lot of the drums on this
I said I'm through.
album sound like almost beating on a table.
I'm not loving you way I wanted to. Gotta keep it going. Keep the loving going.
Like you can almost imagine them miking up over a table and somebody just.
God knows if I be with you, baby, I'm confused. You choose, you choose. I'm not loving you way I wanted to, where I wanna go. I don't need you. I've been down this road too many times before.
The track keeps skipping. Sorry.
Way I wanted to. So keep your love locked down. Your love locked down. Keeping your love locked down. Your love locked down. Now keep your love locked down. Your love locked down. Now keep your love locked down. You lose. You lose.
Very cool. They all sound very organic, so I'd be curious if he brought people in as opposed to any kind of like stock sounds. Got a lot of screaming in this album too. Okay, here I am, off to find out if that's an original as well, or if he's sampling someone. Love Lockdown. Song was a drastic change Kanye's music, sneak peek into Kanye's influential album, 2008 MTV Video Music Awards. In an NPR interview with Franny Kelly and Ali Shaheed Muhammad, Saul Williams revealed that he helped write the song. The song contains the main production elements present in all 808s and Heartbreak songs: auto-tune singing, electropop influence, the use of the TR-808 drum machine. The song reached number 2 position Billboard Hot 100. So yeah, it's an original too. Man, this album is filled with oh, there we go, another music video. This album is filled with songs that like obviously just existed in the cultural zeitgeist. I'm using that word right. I sound cool using it. And my nose has been running, so I'm sorry. Zeitgeist, German noun meaning spirit of the times, spirit of the age, referring to dominant culture, intellectual, and more climate of a specific era. So yeah. Brands trying to capture the zeitgeist. Film perfectly captured the zeitgeist of the post-pandemic era. I remember, and obviously I've just heard these in places because like I wouldn't know the verses, but the chorus, you know, for gotta be so heartless, and then unless other people have sampled from it as well, and then for this, gonna love lockdown, your love lockdown, but I had no idea that was Kanye. There might be more songs so far on this because there's two that, you know, I heard even though he had other breakouts. So more on this album so far than from the other albums. Really interested to see if there are other ones that do the same. All right, let's move to track number 6, Paranoid, featuring Mr. Hudson.
Yeah.
I'm good with it. I like electronic music, so.
Why are you so paranoid? No. Don't be so paranoid. No. Don't be so. Baby, don't worry about it. Hate it. Don't even think about it. You worry about the wrong things. The wrong thing. You worry about the wrong things. The wrong things. You worry about the wrong
It seems like this music was making him happy at the time, you know?
You worry about the wrong things. The wrong things. Tell me what you really want to spend your whole life alone. A little time out might do you good, might do what's good for we be done for good. Cause I can make it good, I can make it hood, I can make it come, I can make it go. I can make it high, I can make it fly, make it touch the sky, hey, maybe so. All of the time you be up in mind, checking through my cell phone, baby, no. You wanna kill the vibe on another night, here's another fight, oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Baby, don't worry about it. Lady, we'll go out to the floor. Anyway, they don't know. They don't know. Like I do. They'll never know. Never know. Anyway, they don't know. Never know.
Not many people get me dancing like Kanye.
They'll never know you. All of the time, you wanna complain about the nights alone. So now you're here with me, show some gratitude, leave that attitude way back at home. Yeah, you see him look, baby, let him look, give you cold looks, cause we look cold. Yeah, you heard about all the word of mouth, don't worry about what we can't control. All the talk in the world, lost in the world, till you finally let that thing go. You wanna check into the Heartbreak Hotel, but sorry, we're closed.
Wow.
Baby, don't worry about it. Baby, we'll go out to the floor. Anyway, hey, to the floor.
Yo, he knew this was hot. That's why he's like smiling, laughing when he started.
They don't know. They'll never know you. Baby, don't worry about it. Lady, don't even think about it. You worry about the wrong things, the wrong thing. You worry about the wrong thing, the wrong thing. You worry about the wrong thing, the wrong thing.
I don't ever hear this at weddings, and I film weddings. This needs to be at weddings. Unless it's bad juju. Playing 808s and Heartbreaks at a wedding. Listen, they play a lot of crazy stuff at weddings. For pure dance value, dude. This is so fun. It's a completely clean song too, isn't it? I'm always looking for Kanye songs to play for my kids. They're very few and far between.
Anyway, they don't know you like I do. They'll never know you anyway. They don't know you like I do. They'll never know you.
Yes, I thought they were going to hit the organ again, so I just turned it into a thriller. Yo, that one freaking crushed. I don't know if is that it's more 80s like synth vibe, right? I just imagine, I'm always with stuff like that. I think about those pictures of like the almost computerized Ferraris, like going down the strip with all the palm trees and the sun. And here, hold on. Ferrari 80s synth art. Yeah, this will convey my point well enough. This whole deal. This is what I think of with songs like that. Ferrari Night Drive. Oh, so cool. And the closest thing that comes to normal rapped vocals from Ye, Yeezy is reflecting upon a past relationship, laments his frustrations. And laments his frustrations to past flame. Kanye is manipulating his girlfriend, calling her paranoid and making sure she stays with him while laughing behind with another girl. So yeah, maybe thematically it's not great for a wedding, but nobody cares about that on the dance floor. I'm starting to feel like he did a music video for every song on this album. Unless these are like visualizers. I think this song is way more of a diss to a girl than the explanation suggests. Kanye's talking to another woman and laughing when she calls his girl paranoid. Kid Cudi also wrote this, sings the hook with Mr. Hudson too. Like if you can hear Kid Cudi singing along. Is it an overlooked song in his discography? Because I think it's freaking amazing. The fact Drake's career was risen to his style now from this album and Cudi co-wrote half it makes Cudi a legend. It's crazy to think too that Drake hadn't had a release at this time. It was like 2010, 2009. Drake's first album. 2010. Wow. Which, as of filming this, we're leading into, I think I said this at the top, we're leading into the release of Drake's album Iceman. So I'll be listening to several of Drake's albums next week, leading into the release of Iceman. Okay. Yeah, I love this song. Really curious to see where he goes with track 7, which is RoboCop. Funny thing, if you are interested at all, I actually watched, let's see. I have a movie channel called Young and Real that trying to get more time and attention into it. Ever since starting this channel, I haven't had as much, but I'm trying to get movies up there at least every 2 weeks or so. However, I do have RoboCop on there. So if you want to come watch RoboCop with me, feel free to do that. After this, of course. So let's go see. I'm assuming, because obviously the premise of RoboCop, he has this family, and then he essentially dies, most of him, and he becomes this robot, you know, that's no longer really a man. Obviously parts of his consciousness begin to break through, but it's as if you've just hollowed him out. So I'm sure that's probably where he's headed with this. So let's take a listen.
The baddest girl I ever seen, straight up out a movie scene. Who knew she was a drama queen? That'd turn my life to Stephen King's. Up late night like she on patrol, checking everything like I'm on parole. I told her it's something she don't need to know.
There's so many layers happening right now.
Oh, okay. Stopping now, you're never stopping now. Okay.
It's like these really bright, clear sounds, but all kind of cut by this crunchy layer.
'Cause I'm on a RoboCop. You moving like a RoboCop. When did you become a RoboCop? Now I don't need no RoboCop. Just looking at your history. You're like the girl from Misery. She said she ain't take it to this degree. Well, let's agree to disagree. Shorty kinda crazy, but it turned me on. Keep it up enough to keep it going on. I told her it's some things she don't need to know. She never let it go. Oh, okay. You were never stopping.
I want to hear that switch into the beat.
Okay. You will never stop it now. You need to drop it now. Drop it. 'Cause I wanna roll.
And when he says drop it,
You moving like a RoboCop. When did you become a RoboCop? Somebody please make a stop. Drop, roll, pop. I'm cold. I ain't used to being told stop, so I can never be your robot. Fast or slow, you can stay at the goal. Yeah, I had her before, but that happened before. You get mad when you know, so just don't ask me no more. Okay. It ain't You spoiled little LA girl. You're just an LA girl. You spoiled little LA girl. You're just an LA girl.
need to come on down here and find you a Southern Belle, Kanye.
You spoiled little LA girl. You're just an LA girl. You need to stop it now. You spoiled little LA girl. You're just an LA girl. You need to stop it now. Oh, you're kidding me. You must be joking. Or you are smoking. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, you're kidding me. Haha, that was a good one. Your first good one in a while. Your first good one in a while. You need to stop it now. You need to stop it now. Oh, you need to stop it now.
Yeah, dude. The beat on that one was so fun. Was not expecting it to go where it was. like I was saying, there's just this like kind of distortion layer, and then all these like bright tones kind of pushing through it, and then drop, and they strip all those bright tones out. So cool. I could have done without the last little bit, you know. It's fine, is what it is. It's in there, but just those last couple of seconds, I was even fine with like the spoiled LA girl part. But I feel like those last seconds kind of diminish the value of the song a little bit. 7th track of 808s Heartbreak. Kanye constantly uses reference to the film series RoboCop. Oh, and the whole, you know, the whole moving, the robot type thing in there. So cool. To describe a girl's distrust in him, he talks about her problems as a human being and tells her to change her ways or it's over. Unlike the game, this song does not. Okay. Got some pretty good beats on this 808 CD, Frank Ocean. Strings follow the same chord progression as Steve Jablonsky's My Name is Lincoln from the movie The Island. Okay. This used to be my least favorite on the album, but those cello strings, everything have sold me. This is underrated. Yeah, Spoiled Little LA Girl hits different now. This was 5 years ago. Yeah, no, I think it's a triumphant song, production-wise. Like I said, the only criticism I have is those last few seconds. Okay. Track 8, Street Lights. Tracks are on this album, like 12? Yeah. All right, here we go.
Let me know, do I still got time to grow? Things ain't always set in stone.
I love it, making it sound like there's these little guitar riffs over his voice, but I wonder if they're accomplishing that.
Let me, seems like street lights glowing.
Some distortion, or they're building that in over his voice.
Like moments passing in front of me, so I hopped in the cabin. I paid my fare. See, I know my destination, but I'm just not there. All the street lights glowing happen to be just like moments passing in front of me, so I hopped in the cabin. I played my fair. See, I know my destination, but
I like him exploring more singing in this album. I mean, obviously I want to hear him rap. This is cool.
in the streets. I'm just not
Like, not something I would have expected from him.
I'm just not there. Life's just not fair. Seems like street lights glowing.
And then to bring in these very clear and pretty vocals in the back. It's a great juxtaposition.
I played my fair. See, I know my destination. I'm just not there in the streets.
Wow.
I'm just not there.
Man.
Life's just not fair.
His sadness in this is so
Life's just not
palpable.
fair.
There is something I want to look at, if I can find it properly. I loved, like I said, this, it almost sounds like guitar riffs, like power chords over his vocals, which you could accomplish in a few different ways, but two ways is as you're kind of looking at his vocals on the timeline in the software, obviously you're planting these strums, these chords or notes in those inflections, or through some, vocal effects, they're able to kind of emulate that sound. And I feel like that's the way they're doing it, because you can hear it, I think, when he was breathing, which would show you that it's following, right? So when his voice goes up, that it pushes into those notes, into that range. But because obviously being attached to his breathing, it just means it's responding as, in real time.
Streets. I'm just not there in the streets. I'm just not there. Life's just not fair.
Yeah, see, did you hear that? That's where it was. When he goes, somewhere right around like 133, 134.
Life's just not fair. Seems like street lights glowing.
Listen to it again. No, I'm just kidding. Let's go talk about it. This was sick. I loved this. And like I said, it's just, there's very sad energy, right? That he's bringing across, especially in the lines, "Life's just not fair." This says one of the most emotionally distressing tracks off an already depression-focused album is Streetlights. Yeah, but I don't feel like, even though there's kind of sad or serious content matter in here, it hasn't felt, maybe off from the beginning, it was pretty chill, but then there's been some really incredible moments so far. And even in this one, being kind of sad, and it does sound like that, like a night drive type thing, and just in your head and thinking and going over things, and but still, I don't know, there's something, I feel like they're balancing it pretty well so far. Kanye iterates the repetitiveness of life and its petty affairs, even the monotony of time and destiny itself. Light is a motif in Kanye's work, with songs, flashing lights, street lights, all of the lights, ultralight beam, highlights, lowlights, while light is not used in the same context for all the songs. Oh, look, he's using that whole type vibe I was talking about. That's cool. The auto-tune gradually fades out through the song. Not sure what that means. Oh, really? I didn't notice that. I did love, again, the female vocals coming in the back. So clear. This song means a lot to me. I see it as the repetitiveness of life and how we just ignore the moments in our lives that mean a lot, but we can't understand it in the moment. Like the last time I saw my buddy before he passed, I remember we were going to get pizza. It didn't take two of us to pick it up, but he wanted to come. We checked out this new shop before the pizza, then brought it back to our friends. Just like these moments, we don't appreciate them because they seem unimportant. Sometimes they're sad and we want to forget them, but they shape us as human beings. This song is so much from the heart, and it shows in the people that have been hit hard by the simple repetitiveness of the song. Kanye, I wish I could thank you in person for the therapy this song has provided me. I can't. Maybe you'll read this and understand a lot of us feel like you. Album's perhaps the most important album in my life. Thank you for having the courage to make it. Wow. Somebody said down here, our mod made me rediscover this album and song. I still had the thought in my head that this album wasn't good, but I've never been more wrong. Strong Kid Cudi vibes here. I would love to hear how this sounds with him singing. Yeah, no, I get that. I know my destination, but I'm just not there. All the street lights glowing happen to be just like moments passing in front of me. Yeah, that's a beautiful song. All right. Track 9, Bad News.
Didn't you know I was waiting on you? Waiting on a dream that'll never come true. Didn't you know I was waiting on you? My face turned to stone when I heard the news. When you decide to break the rules, 'cause I just heard some real bad news. People talk like it's old news.
They've really lent on these similar sounds many times.
Let me ask you, how long have you known, dude? You played it off
These kind of like
he's brand new.
animal skin drum heads,
To break the rules.
and even almost like those woodblock type sounds, like wood mallet type things.
Real bad news. Real bad news.
Which even in creating music, I love layering these more organic sounds with very obvious like synthetic sounds.
I know you wrong. Oh, you just gon' keep it like you never knew. Oh, you just gon' keep another love for you. Oh, you just gon' keep it like you never knew. While I'm waiting on a dream that'll never come true. Oh, you just gon' keep it like you never knew. My face turned to stone when I heard the news. What's on the news? Channel Cruise.
There he goes. He puts us in a longer instrumental, which will probably about a minute in get a little switch up. I would have to imagine. Like he gives you the chance to rap on it yourself. And I am not going to try to freestyle as much as I think it would be funny. It is not a gift of mine. It would sound so stupid. Should we try? Sit in my office, listen to Kanye, wondering how he's gonna find his own way. Kitty on the shelf, kitty outdoors, kitty on the floor, got 3 kitties, don't need no more. I do actually, I have a cat, right? Chilling. No, I messed my camera up. We're okay. Me and my tribal dance. Boom, boom. Okay, bad news. I did start doing these videos where I rank every song on albums. I've done one for Kanye's The College Dropout, so I'll try to link that at the end of this video. So it's funny because even listening to these now, I kind of begin thinking in my head or where are these going to land, because I'll work my way through all of them. Okay, along with Say You Will, Bad News, one of the more instrumental tracks. First 2 minutes feature Kanye's vocals. The song then shifts into instrumental territory with an orchestrated version of the main melody, followed by a refrain of bare drumming, low octave harmonics. It says, just want to let you guys know that Kanye wrote this song from a female perspective. Knew I had heard it before and finally found the interview instead of doing law studies. So maybe the analysis needs some adjustment.
We back in the studio. It's
Kanye West interview on JoJo Radio 10/16/08. He even sings a little. Okay. Sounds like we got a lot of good stuff for Patreon. Like how the interview and the other comment is 808 long. This song is the antithesis of Flashing Lights. If you ever want to vibe out with Kanye, this is the track. Okay. Let's look at track number 10. See you in your nightmare, in my nightmares. See you in my oh, okay, like you are the source of my nightmares. Featuring Lil Wayne.
I'm cold.
Speaking of cold, wife just made me an iced latte. Let's go.
I'm cold. Yeah, I got the right to put up a fight, but not quite. 'Cause you cut off my light, but my sight is better tonight, and I might see you in my nightmare. How do you get there?
Oh wow, this line. We was once a fairy tale. Wow, dude.
This is farewell. I got my life, and it's my only one. I got the night, I'm running from the sun. So good night, I'm headed out the door. After tonight, there will be no return. After tonight, I'm taking off on the road.
Would have been cool if we did like this fairy tale transition into the nightmare. Good little Freddy Krueger lines.
You know, tell everybody that you know that I don't love you.
This all still feels like intro to me.
And that's one thing that you know. Okay, I'm back up on my grind. You do you and I'm just gonna do mine. You do you 'cause I'm just gonna be fine. Okay, I got you out my mind and the night is young. The drinks is cold, the stars is out. I'm ready to go. You always thought I was always wrong. Well now you know. Tell everybody that you know.
It's almost like he's doing the. Is that what Lil Wayne does? Is Lil Wayne and Lil Jon the same person?
Okay. I got the right to put up a fight, but not quite.
Ah, he sounds cool on this.
Cut off my light, but my sight.
Auto-tune is auto-tuning.
Better tonight, and I might see you in my nightmare. Well, how do you get there? 'Cause we was once a fairy tale, but this is farewell. Yeah. Baby girl, I'm finished. I thought we were committed. I thought we were cemented. I really thought we meant it, but now we just repenting, and now we just resenting. The clouds in my vision. Look how high did I be?
It's almost crossing into like some Eminem territory.
Girl, we through. You think your issue don't stink, but you are Mrs. PU, and I don't see you with me.
Like a drag track.
Not tell everybody that you know that
Dwayne Michael Carter Jr., which is Lil Wayne. That's a cool little transition. You know, with the use of auto-tune in this, here's the thing, right? I think there's that idea of auto-tune when it feels like somebody's trying to just mask poor vocals versus when people are using it clearly. I mean, it's not like they're trying to hide it or sneak it in. And I think auto-tune in and of itself isn't even a bad thing, you know? Like, I think it can help tighten some stuff up, but you know what I mean? Usually the area where it's criticized is where it's like, oh, I don't use auto-tune. My voice is just buttery smooth. But here and through this album as well, it's obviously a stylistic choice, kind of like T-Pain as well. So playing on the dark side of the "See You in My Dreams" cliche, Kanye begins to close the album on this note. He's making his exit from the failed relationship, getting past it. I'm taking off on the road. Yeah, I think that's why it has that Eminem feel to me. Like I said, I'm not super familiar with Eminem's discography, but I do remember, you know, when I was in 5th grade and Eminem was really blowing up. Kim? Was that the track? I can't remember. It was the one that was like pretty disturbing, where the whole thing is him, you know, carrying out this murder. It was kind of moving in that territory, almost like, I'm over you, you're not hurting me anymore, in this almost revenge type thing. That's what it's feeling like, especially kind of that speaking type part. Said I had the music this time and it was sounding good. Then Kanye came in and added certain aspects. Kanye wanted to put Wayne on it. So it was like the battle of the auto-tunes. Truthfully, I was never into auto-tune, but I knew with Kanye he was going to take it somewhere else from a creative standpoint. Who is this? Because it says, what did Kanye say about "See You in My Nightmares?" But this is not Kanye. I felt it would be different than just beats and auto-tune. There was a real purpose with the sound. It was an emotional outlet for him. It was much better than just an auto-tune album, and it's held up really well. Maybe it's No ID, because I saw he was in the credits. Probably the most angry song on the album. Wayne's verse is electric. Favorite song on the album, probably because I was breaking up with a girlfriend at the time. How unimportant some things are in hindsight. On the line, but this is farewell, Wayne and Ye are saying they're done with her and that they are not going to stand it anymore. Yeah, the only thing I wish they had done with the track, and that's just where I'm finding myself with several tracks on this album, which they're his, they're not mine, and this is all in hindsight, right? But I think it would have been really cool to explore this, like really lean fully into the nightmare thing. But even it's cool how they mention, like, we used to be a fairy tale. So what if it started off on this fantasy type thing, you know, these sparkle type sounds, and then it moves into this like falling asleep and into the nightmare type realm, and just really goes fully there, this kind of dark and crazy. I think that would have been a lot of fun, but cool track. All right. Let's check out track 11 as we move toward the close, Coldest Winter.
On lonely nights I start to fade. On lonely nights I start to fade. Her love's 1,000 miles away. Her love's 1,000 miles away. Memories made in the coldest winter. Goodbye, my friend. Will I ever love again? Memories made in the coldest winter.
This sounds familiar to me too, but not like it's anything I've ever heard.
It's 4 a.m. and I can't sleep. It's 4 a.m. and I can't sleep. Her love is all that I can see. Her love is all that I can see. Memories made in the coldest winter.
Like that part.
My friend, will I ever love again? Memories made in the cold.
You know where I'm going after this to see if it's sampled, but probably not. I love this.
Can take the snow away. Can it melt away all our mistakes? Can it melt away all our mistakes? Memories made in the coldest winter.
I love that.
Goodbye, my friend. I won't ever love again. Never again.
Still, again, with those kind of oriental drums. All right, let's go see. Da-na, da-na, na, na, never, da-na, ba-na-na. What am I hearing? Coldest Winter is an impassioned farewell to two important women in Kanye's life is his rendition of the 1983 songs Memories Fade by Tears for Fears. Memories Fade, Tears for Fears. Let's see. No one ever again, right? Let's see. Memories.
There's only need to fail.
I'm looking for the chorus. Is this what I'm thinking of? Does this even pick up? I don't know. I feel like there's even still a different song that's in my head, but who knows, man? Gets a little jumbled up there, you know what I mean? All right, let me get back to where we were. First of the women is his mother, Donda West, who died due to complications from cosmetic surgery. Yep, okay. The second is fashion designer Alexis Pfeiffer, with whom West had a 6-year relationship, 2-year engagement. A long time, man. His mother's death and Kanye's demanding work schedule ultimately laid this romance to rest. Kanye said, I was sitting at home in Atlanta, and I'm not saying 808s and Heartbreaks was my idea, but I was practicing a branding experiment. So I grew out my beard and started wearing old sunglasses all the time. And I grew my hair out. Sorry, my nose is itching. Kanye would be like, yo, what are you doing? I'd say, okay, hold on one second, I gotta sneeze. Here, sample this. Sample that, son. Okay. Where the heck were we? Kanye would be like, yo, what are you doing? I'd say Cocaine 80s. This is where the group Cocaine 80s derived from. It was a lifestyle. I'd sit around, listen to all these 80s records, and one day I came across Tears for Fears, and I immediately knew that's it right here. So I played him the whole section. See, this is coming from somebody not Kanye again. And No ID was on this track as well as somebody else I want to look up. I played him the whole section. Ye said I would just change one word. I had no idea he'd keep it as is. I knew it was something as soon as I heard the song. I knew it was special. Cocaine 80s was my concept, but Kanye dove deep into it himself. It wasn't, hey, I want to take this style. It was more, can I make this work? Definitely had its moment, though. Excuse me, people started growing beards and making a certain type of music during that era. And the group Cocaine 80s is still around now, and I have a lot planned for it. So maybe we can get some insight by looking at Cocaine 80s. Nope, not Cocaine Bear. Cocaine 80s, American Hip Hop Collective, found in 2011 by record producer No ID. So yes, it was No ID. Cool. Here's this other thing I want to look up. This person on there, Roland Orzabal. Roland is an English musician, singer, songwriter, record producer, author, guitarist, lead. Oh, constant member of Tears for Fears. Okay, that makes sense. That's why he's listed on there. Let's check out these comments. Looks like we got a music video. The line, memories made in the coldest winter, is actually referring to him and his mother moving to Chicago in the winter. Goodbye, my friend, is I'm saying his final goodbye to his mother. Her love is 1,000 miles away, is referring to her up in heaven. That annotation are completely wrong in this. Dedicated to his mother and not one of his lovers. Yeah, but it's both. Right? Oh, look, I got tissue in my beard. Sorry. This song is fully dedicated to his mother. The annotations are far too brief for such a beautifully painful song. Heartless, Say You Will, See You in My Nightmares are totally dedicated to an ex-girlfriend. You can't talk about his mother and See You in My Nightmares, for example. All right, you guys weigh in. Is it solely about his mother? On lonely nights I start to fade. On her love's 1,000 miles away. Memories made in the coldest winter. Goodbye, my friend, will I ever love again? 4 a.m. I can't sleep. Her love is all that I can see. If spring can take the snow away, can I melt away all our mistakes? I don't know, man. Like, at first glance, I would say that sounds more like a lover. And that's not casting any shade on Donda, just because you write a song about not Donda. Very much could be about her. I'm just saying, when I look at it, love being 1,000 miles away does just feel like she's in a different place than I am. And this idea of being lonely in the night. and really in the idea here around like love being all that I can see in the middle of the night type thing. And am I going to love again? So I don't know. I could see it go both ways for sure. I just wonder, is there anywhere where it's clarified, because there are songs on here that are about Donda or about somebody that he was with for a very freaking long time. Okay. Let's see how he chooses to close this one out. This is a 6-minute track, Pinocchio Story, freestyle live from Singapore. So it'll be interesting to see if, like, thematically, Coldest Winter is more of a close to the album, and this is kind of added on. I don't know. We'll see. Here we go. Track 12, Pinocchio Story.
Wise men say, wise men say. Wise man says, you'll never figure out real love, never figure out real love.
Okay, I think this can even be a thematic close if it stays in this vein.
It's so crazy, crazy, crazy. I got everything figured out. But for some reason I can never find what real love is about. No doubt. Everything in the world figured out, but I could never seem to find what real love was about. Do you think I sacrifice real life for all the fame and flashing lights?
Shout out to Flashing Lights.
A real life. There is no Gucci I can buy.
Dude, those piano chords.
There is no wire mail that they can sell.
It's like, can I testify? That's what it sounds like.
And my mind out of this jail. There is no clothes that I could buy.
Yo, I rock with this. This is amazing.
That could turn back in time. There is no vacation spot I could fly.
Wow.
That could bring back a piece of real life. Real life. What does it feel like? I ask you tonight. I ask you tonight. What does it feel like? I ask you tonight.
Yo.
To live a real life.
Oh, wow, dude.
They always say Kanye, he keeps it real, boy. Pinocchio's story is, I just wanna be a real boy. Pinocchio's story goes to be a real boy. It's funny, Pinocchio lied, and that's what kept him from it. I tell the truth, and I keep running. It's like I'm looking for something out there, trying to find something. I turn on the TV and see me, and see nothing. What does it feel like to live real life, to be real? That's some facade on TV that no one can really feel. Do you really have the stamina for everybody that sees you to say, where's my camera?
Wow, dude.
For everybody that sees you to say, sign an autograph. For everybody that sees you crying and say you ought to laugh.
It's like the song where he was talking about family being in the hospital. And the nurse talking about, can you sign some t-shirts? Like, are you crazy? So yeah, the price of fame. Oh, come on, man. It's the daddy issues. Ah. Is that his mom? Oh my gosh, dude. This is one of the greatest things that he's made up to this point.
And the fame will be get caught. And the day I moved to LA, maybe that was all my fault to be a real boy. Chasing the American dream, chasing everything we see.
Yeah, it feels like he lost his anchor, you know?
The bins was left, and the clothes was left, and the hose was left. You talk the hoes to death, picking the money to death. You spend the toes to death. And tell me what be left for a real boy. They say Kanye, you keep it too real, boy. Perspective, and wise men say, one day you'll find your way. The wise men say, you'll find your way. The wise men say, you'll find your way. Wise men say.
Okay. Few things. I didn't write them down, so let me try to piece them out. Probably one of my favorite album closers, period. Not just from Kanye, period. And that's taking the whole body of work into account, right? And what's going on. Like, you hear that and you don't know the emotional weight of it, the context around it, then it passes over. Like, Pinocchio, what's he talking about, dude? It's whack. He's off his rocker. But the lines that he said in there, oh my gosh, dude, sorry, it's starting to make me emotional thinking about it. You know, the feeling that he didn't have a Geppetto, which is that father figure, yet the only one that he had, the person that he had, his mom behind him, she's gone. He's past her in life at this point, you know, and then obviously the relationship and the fame and just wondering, like, he set out on this journey to become a real boy, but like, what does it really even mean? What does it mean to become a real boy? Everything that he thought it was real. It'd almost be like Pinocchio chasing to be a real boy and then becomes a real boy. And then it's like, is this it? This is everything that I wanted? Holy crap. Now things hurt and I die. I have Pinocchio. I have a really old version of Pinocchio. It's actually a really dark story. I don't know where it is. Maybe this is it? Nope, that's the Pilgrim's Progress. Anyways, such a great closer. And then the second thing is, like, I don't know if maybe they weren't doing any professional recording at that show, so they didn't have like a direct line in, or they just chose to use film footage audio. Either way, if it was a decision, I think that's really awesome as well, because it does give this very raw feeling. Very unscripted, very unplanned. And I think it really adds to that. I didn't know what I was expecting coming in. I mean, obviously I said, like, I don't know if Coldest Winter thematically is going to be a better closer. Heck no, dude. You couldn't have scripted a better closer than what he shared in this. It encapsulates everything about this album. Pinocchio's story, Kanye takes a turn for the worse as he tears himself apart for his mistake in this haunting song. He blames himself for his mother's death, attacks his life choices as the reasons he will never be happy. The irony of this freestyle song recorded at Singapore, included in the album at the request of Beyonce, is heart-shattering. Kanye talking about wanting to be treated as a normal human being, whilst people in the crowd talk and scream over his confession like he's nothing but an artist. Crazy, dude. Says the fact this song is live is what makes it powerful. He's singing about the pressures of fame and popularity to a backdrop of fans cheering and screaming. Do you really have the stamina for everybody that you see, that sees you, that say, "Where's my camera?" For everybody that sees you to say, "Sign an autograph." And meanwhile, an entire audience is cheering, almost like they're not even listening to what he's singing, which reflects how he probably feels on a daily basis. People seeing Kanye on the TV, not seeing who he really is as a person. A studio version would totally ruin the effect. I agree. Song speaks to me, masterpiece. Just re-listened to the song today for the first time in a while. Wow, just wow. A lot of the things Kanye was saying in the song you can see affect his relationships with people and the paparazzi today. The people who hate Kanye just need to listen to this song and understand his pain. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay. That was 808s and Heartbreak. It's so tough because it's such a different sound than anything he's done. But I could easily see this taking one of the spots. If you were to say, oh, top 3, because I've only listened to 3 up until now. This is my 4th. College dropout, late registration, and graduation. If, it'd be really difficult. I'm not telling you which of those 3 right now are my top 3. I'll figure that out eventually. But if those were top 3 and you had 808 and Heartbreak, I feel like somewhere in here, 808 and Heartbreak has to slide in at least into a 3rd spot. There are a few tracks on here, and I'll share more about that whenever I do the ranking every song video. There are a few tracks in here that fall a little flat for me. You could probably tell based on certain comments I've made in some of them. But there are some incredibly strong, I would say 80%, 75% of this album is some of my favorite Kanye music to date. Absolutely love it. So 808s and Heartbreak, I can understand at the time, it's kind of the same thing with like Star Wars, right? The prequels. I was a kid when the prequels came out. I loved them and then loved them as I got older. I see the flaws that are in them. I know a lot of people that didn't like them at the time, and now in retrospect, they're like, all right, the prequels were pretty good, especially based on some of the stuff we've gotten from Disney. So this too, I could imagine people at the time being like, dang, dude, this is not the Kanye that I wanted. But in retrospect, I don't know how you couldn't look at this album and see something really, really special here. So very cool. Well, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Always love having a conversation with you there. Let me know if 808s falls in your top 3 albums from Kanye. Obviously, as I listen to more albums, I'll have more albums to pull from. So it might get bumped back. We'll see. As always, we've got a lot of great content that we'll work to get up on Patreon, along with the stuff we already have for Kanye, many other rap artists as well. J. Cole, Kendrick, Kid Cudi. So anyways, feel free to check that out on Patreon, as it obviously helps support the channel. We're building a great community over there. Thank you for being here with me. I hope to see you in the next one, because we're eating good.